We're back?
Yeah, we're back.
With Tim Beck 2?
All right. Tim Beck 2.
I Buck 1 and Tim Buck 2.
It's over Tim Beck, point announcement.
So I think we do have Tim.
Okay.
Nice.
But we do have.
We have live Timmy.
Bring him on.
Okay. I don't know if you talked to about yourselves, but Shooty's on board with legalization.
There he is. Did you hear that? Shooty is
Yeah.
on board with
Shooty's on board with legalization.
Where do you get this information from?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Well, I'm Mears News. You know, I've been holding on to it. I pay $2,500 fucking dollars a year. The exclusive information, you see, that other people don't want to spend the money. Well, they have to wait for another 12 hours. So, I'll read this thing to you. I just been calling just special friends. I just called, Jamie's a special friend. We go back for a while, but here's the
really
headline. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to, when we get done with this conversation, I'm going to post this thing to the Safer Coalition listserv, and you'll see that I'm telling the truth. Okay? Now, gubernatorial candidate. Here's the headline: gubernatorial candidates weigh in on Meekoff's pot plan.
The old pot plan.
Meekoff's pot plan. Pot plan. Well, okay. Now, even though he opposes the legalization of marijuana, GOP candidate for governor Bill Shooty said it would be, quote, terrific, unquote, for lawmakers to pass the pot law and then come back and amend it to include an income tax rollback. All of the other 6 governor candidates, these are Democrats, Republicans, whatever, at a joint appearance today rejected the notion being advanced by the Senate Majority Leader. When first questioned on the proposal, Senate Majority Leader Armin Meekoff Shooty indicated it would be up to lawmakers to address the issue, but under further questioning, he tells Mears, I'm saying if that is the final option, then I think it would be terrific. If you can couple adopting legalized marijuana with a tax cut, that would be a positive step. Whether that is achievable, we will see. And then it goes into different other candidates like Gretchen Whitmer. She don't like it at all, and Shree doesn't like it, and Jim Hines, well, he's not happy, and then they get in Colbeck. I mean, he don't like it. Yeah, for different reasons.
Shree doesn't like dogs either.
Well, no, I'll read you what Shree has to say. Okay,
about dogs or about marijuana.
Fellow candidate Shree Senator opposes linking the two. Okay, as does Al Saeed, who says they want to suppress the turnout in 2018.
Of course they do.
Now, and Gretchen Whitmer says Democrats couldn't disagree more, claiming she's not surprised because, quote, that's what Republicans do all the time. They try to undermine the voters. Let the people decide, she concludes. Yeah. Now, and then there's Steve Beta. Yeah, we all know Steve. I mean, he's a good guy. All right.
He's a good guy.
But now he was a little more...
Deb doesn't really care
how should
for
I
him,
say
but...
it? He was more circumspect. Okay. In the legislative arena, Senator Steve Beta, Democrat Warren, smiled when this package was explained to him, and then he added, quote, somebody's been smoking medical marijuana, unquote. And then there's Jack Brandenburg, Senator Jack, Republican from Harrison Township. This guy he's made his life and kind of thing has been tax cut. Just cut the money out of government, get rid of it, and we can all live the way we want to live. Now he never met a tax cut he doesn't like. Now it says fellow County Republican Senator Jack Brandenburg here is not rejecting the notion about legalizing marijuana. Look at it. I'm available, depending on how well it's written. He likes the tax cut, and when pushed on whether he would eventually vote yes, he confirmed, quote, you can put a bet on that, unquote. So there you are, folks. I mean, in this Tom Leonard, I mean, he's been backing off, and I think it's just a theory that I have. I can't prove it, and so on and so forth. But I bet you that if the party brokers were to guarantee Tom Leonard the Attorney General nomination, he would find a way to get the House to pass this thing into law.
The Republican
That's my theory.
Party,
I mean,
unless they are not interested in self-preservation, have to pass it into law. And I agree with you, Tim.
Well,
I think strategically they're
you're
going to
right.
be forced to.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
certainly
a good
he's
point,
being
Chad.
backed into having to consider this, which is a great sign for how far we've come. I don't think it's a good idea. I think ultimately they'll conclude that they're not going to get the return that they believe that they did. There's way many other factors for what's going to happen at the polls.
Here's my theory. Here's my theory. Polling numbers look, it just, I mean, it doesn't. We probably don't have to spend a dime. We're going to win, given these kind of numbers. Republicans know that. And see, people like Schuette, Gretchen Whitmer, anybody that has, real money, that this is a science, they have their own internal polling. It's not just epic MRA. It's not Bernie porn. It's not, these ones that we do that are generic. What they will do, they'll spend $30,000, $50,000, on a real segmented poll in different markets, different type of people, so they can tell where the numbers are really going. I mean, that's what Trump did, and I'll often do. And so what I believe is going on is that they know that if CRMLA is on the ballot, they will probably lose the election, because I think the numbers indicate it's about 2 to 3%. Those people will show up just to vote yes on marijuana, and then, of course, they'll vote for Bill. What do you think, Joe? What do you think I should vote for? Well, who's in favor of? Well, is that Bill? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I heard Gretchen Whitmer, or what, yeah, she's good. Well, yeah, she's Democrat. Yeah, fucking A, I'll vote for her. That's how it goes, and that'll be that. Yeah, well, I'm just saying. But
Tim.
I'm saying,
Tim,
I'm saying that I think that's what the numbers indicate, and that's why they're doing this.
Tim, what chance?
So that 2 to 3% is going to be the tipping point.
What chance do you think you'd give the legislature for picking up the CRMLA and passing it? What, 50% chance, or what?
I would say 50. I would peg it at 60%. 65%. Mark my words. 65%. Yeah, that they're going to do this.
Wow.
I would peg it at that. Bill Schuette, are you kidding me? I mean, come on.
Has anyone
that is a harbinger.
Has anyone done a straw poll yet?
You can read it. I'm sorry, straw poll. I'm not sure what you mean.
A straw poll of the senators and representatives.
No,
The
there's
representatives
nothing.
are saying
There's
they're not
no
going
information
along
like
as of
that.
right now. I'm sure that's being worked on, though. As Tim said, they couldn't be
Well, it's
enticing
being
the Speaker
worked
of the
on.
House.
See, and well, there you go.
Hey,
That's
let
what
me
I'm
just
saying.
confirm
And
something.
that's what he wants.
Tim, let me confirm something about the language. Before collecting signatures, the campaign itself conducted like a $35,000 in-depth analysis of support based on the language, and that came in at 59%. Just today, a new study came out based on 1,000 people, and it was at 61%, which mirrors the most recent Epic MRA MI Normal.
Exactly.
poll.
Exactly. And then there's a hard number. Again, the undecided vote is only 5%. There's 34 hardcore no, and then you got another 5% undecided. Add that up, it's not going to prevail over 61% that approves it. It's not. I mean, this is pretty much of a done deal as you can get. I mean, of course, any weird thing can happen. Don't get me wrong, and it's just not smart, to get overconfident. But being level-headed about it. And if I were a Republican, if I were Bill Schuette, look at these numbers, I would be gloomy right now.
Do you remember what the numbers were going into the 2008 election for the MMMA before the results were 63?
Yes. No, the numbers were 59%.
That's what I thought. Okay.
We had a solid 59. It came in at
59,
63.
and then it actually came in at 63. So we're going in at 61. It's actually going to come in at about 93. 99%.
Well, I
math.
don't think. Well, I would not want to be Scott Greenlee. He better find good use for that 8K he's getting from Kevin Sabbath.
You know what
he's running scared. His own poll is at 82%.
He's happy. He's a political operative.
Well, can you imagine how it's? Well, can you imagine? Let me say, can you imagine the anguish he must go through to see all his Republican buddies deserting him?
He doesn't give a shit.
Hearing Shooty and that talking about legal. Well, no, he's probably.
Trump's talking about allowing states to do what they want too, and he's all excited about his connections with Trump or the picture that he took with him when he was just in town. But he's a political operative. He understands how these things work.
Yeah.
He knows there's opposition money floating around out there, so he created an organization to capture it, and he got $250,000 so far. So he's
and he did, and he's going to make some money. I mean, I don't know. I guess I couldn't do something like that personally. That's so repugnant and so just crude, for lack of a better term. I'm sorry, I'm not I know. Well, and there's a lot of people out there, I guess, that got to make a living. One of the things in my investigating of Greenlee, this is not a political consulting firm. Basically, it prints campaign signs. Okay, it's a pretty low-tech thing. Yeah, and does robocalls. This is not some rocket science.
No, he used to work for Bill Shooty. I mean, how smart could he be?
Yeah. I mean, it's not the end. It's not. Well, it's not the NSA. Okay.
He's scared.